Chris Lotz with the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group, back again with another community spotlight video. Today we are at, I don't know if you can tell, but we are at Sonny's on the Corner. Excited about it. I thought, we were talking off camera a little bit before, I felt like you've been here for 10 years. Yeah. And I think that's great for the brand, that's great for the store, and that's great for, you know, what's to come here in the future for, so, you know, who are we with?
Hi, Pat Lotz with the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group, and this is Sydney, who's the owner of Sonny's on the Corner. So we're really excited to be here because we know you're new to Main Street, and we just wanted to find out a little bit about how you got here. Yeah. Actually, first, how'd you get the name?
Sure. So Sonny is a childhood nickname of mine that kind of followed me a little bit throughout my life. So my family has always called me Sonny since I was little, and then it followed me through high school. There's even some college friends who called me Sonny, and I kind of just don't even hear the difference between Sonny and Sydney anymore.
Right.
And so when I was opening up a store, everyone just said you have to call it Sonny's, and I wanted to do this like bright retro kind of vibe, and it kind of just worked really well with it. So
even the on the corner, you know, I know we're physically on a corner, but you know, just how it's incorporated Sonny's on the corner. Thanks. I don't know, couldn't have picked it better any myself. So if you weren't on a corner, you know, did you ever think about that? How you would incorporate Sonny's to anything else, like on Main, on the corner?
Yeah, I had a ton of different variations, and I wanted something, because, you know, if you look at trying to get Sonnys.com or something, it's a $40,000, you know, URL. But, you know, so I knew I had to have something that was in addition to Sonny's. So, yeah, I looked at Sonny's on Main, Sonny's Boutique Shop, like just, you know, I wanted to have those certain letters so that even in today's day and age of social media and all that, so that everything could be the same. Like our email being sonnysonthecorner@gmail.com, or our Instagram, Facebook, everything is just at Sonny's on the Corner. And that way it's just a little bit easier, so that it didn't have to be like shop at Sonny's and Sonny's Boutique, and, you know, all these different ones somewhere else, if it was just Sonny's. So.
And that branding is very important, that it's carried through everything. Mm-hmm. So that's really, and I do like that retro.
Yeah, and I think most people just call it Sonny's, like, oh, we're going to go stop at Sonny's, or I'll tell my family, like, oh, I'm headed into Sonny's or whatever, but it's nice to have that longer formal name just for consistency.
Yeah, and we're currently doing a lot of that, too. We've kind of, like, rebranded a few of our socials, so we're going through that same thing of trying to keep it all the same. Well, it works on Instagram, it doesn't work on this, it doesn't work on that, so trying to find that universal piece. You hit the nail on the head. I think it's awesome. So what were you doing just before Sonny's on the Corner?
Yeah, so I was working at a marketing company. I had been there for 7 years. Right after I graduated from Hillsdale College, I graduated on a Saturday and started on Monday with this marketing company, and it was a great experience. I loved it. I would still be there if it wasn't for this crazy idea of the boutique. So it made it a little bit easier for me, kind of moving into this role, telling them goodbye, just because, you know, it's not like I was going to a different marketing company or, you know, something like that. I just told them about this crazy passion project I had, and, you know, they were all very supportive and, you know, kind of wished me well and have been supportive in the business ever since. So it was a really nice transition from what I was doing. What I was doing there was training new associates. So that's also helped me here with training new employees and things like that. And of course the marketing aspect of it really helped me as far as knowing how to do the digital marketing and print advertising a little bit. Sure. Just having a little bit of background in that was helpful.
Well, that's key to success of a business, is that marketing background.
Yeah.
Either that or you have to outsource it and pay to have that done.
Absolutely, yep. So I did have a little bit of an edge for that right when I got into it, but
what do
I
they
still
say?
Learned a lot.
Yeah, what do they say? Marketing and finances, you know, rules the world. So at least you got half that equation, and, you know, working on the other half, or maybe you already good, you're proficient on the other half.
You know, I'm very lucky. My husband is a finance professional, Downtown Brighton here. So I got very lucky, and well, I shouldn't say lucky. That was part of it, of course, but part of our plan. So I've had him kind of as a partner in this too, which has been great. And he works at Executive Wealth Management, Jimmy Plasky. So they're right downtown here, which is great. So they help me with the taxes, accounting, and that type of thing.
I was going to say we could almost see them, but we have to be one block down to almost see them.
I know, even on my way in today, I'm like, I'm stopping at Scooter's Coffee. Can I grab you anything? You know, he'll come in for lunch, or we'll go down to LR Bowl or Brighton Barn Grill. So.
Do you guys, silly question, but just came to my mind, do you guys commute to work? I mean, that kind of almost be
We don't.
convenient.
We have a little puppy at home, and I've kind of adjusted my hours so that he leaves early in the morning, comes home a little bit earlier, and I leave later in the morning, you know, just so we can stagger a little bit to let our dog out. So as silly of a reason as that is. We
Sydney?
don't commute together often.
I have a puppy.
Oh my
So
gosh,
we'll talk
little
about the
puppy
puppy
scratches.
later.
Yeah. Ours isn't quite a puppy. He's now 3, but still
He's still
just staggering it to give him a little
get
bit
home,
of time and yeah.
We drive to the office separately as well.
Oh, yeah?
And we go to the same office, but you just need to do it sometimes just to have that flexibility. So totally get that.
I'm sure in real estate you're kind of on the go a little bit more too.
Always on the go. Blink and you're somewhere new. So
totally. I can see that.
I'm sure you called it a passion project, and I'm sure that this might be a long time coming. You just opened your doors in July of 2022, but how long were you thinking about doing a boutique store?
Yeah, so really my whole life I've wanted to own my own business. It was just a question of what exactly do I want it to be. My family's been really supportive in that forever. My dad's been pushing me, what's it going to be? Let's get started, let's go on. But they also understood that I needed some business experience prior to, just jumping in. It's not like I was going to go graduate college and then just, start my own business right off the bat. So I'm really happy for the time that I had in an office and learning, kind of the ways of business before that. But it did take me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and I landed on a retail type of boutique actually right before COVID happened and all that. So I'm really thankful I didn't open something right before that. I think that would have been extremely challenging, but I had been kind of on the lookout for a spot since then, and then my husband knows the owner of Bink and Babs that was here prior, Barb Binkley. He was friends with her. And he saw that the business was for lease, and he immediately texted me and said, that's such a great location, Downtown Brighton, you should go for it, and basically said, and I dare you. So I said, okay, I'll meet with Barb. And Barb and I had a great transition, and she introduced me to a lot of the other business owners on the street, and we've become friends through this.
She's a lovely business owner, and she's a great mentor. Asset to this community.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, your husband, I dare you.
Yeah.
Well,
he was all for it too. So
it sounds like a great support system, and it's definitely it takes a village to raise a family. It takes a village to raise a business. So it definitely sounds like you got a village kind of cheering you on and raising you up. So that's awesome.
I'm very lucky. I have a lot of friends and family who live in the area, and especially with the type of fashions I have, my mom and I pick out all the clothes together. So I've got kind of all her friends and all my friends shopping here, and then I've got the baby and toddler stuff, and I'm at that stage of life where all my friends are starting their families. So a lot of things like that really fell into place.
Different tastes, different varieties, kind of good perspective as well. And let's transition right into that. I don't know if you do have a definition, but define, Sunny's on the Corner from a boutique standpoint.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we have mostly women's apparel and accessories. I'd say it's a little more outgoing, a little more out there than the average boutique. Things like fringe and flare pants, and just bright colors everywhere, as you can see kind of behind, a lot of bling. So while there are things that are in style, sometimes it's just things that I feel like I've not seen before. I try to find things that are just really unique, and I think that's what people are looking for in a boutique. So that would be more than 50% of our stores, that women's stuff. And then we do have a small children's section that's baby and toddler sizes, and that was just an opportunity that I saw, since there are very few other baby clothes stores in Brighton.
Right.
And then, like I said, with a lot of my friends being at that stage in their lives, I had a lot of support for a built-in customer base there. And then I do also have a small men's or unisex section as well up front, which is a lot of Detroit and Michigan t-shirts, hats, and that type of stuff too.
They should know you're on Main, but let's run through maybe, again, location, hours, and then social media. How can these people find you?
Yeah, so we're at 334 West Main Street, right next to Brighton Bar and Grill, which I know is a favorite for many people in the community.
Good landmark. Yeah, good landmark.
I'm so lucky because so many people come in right before or after their lunch or dinner at Brighton Bar and Grill. So we're really right in the center of downtown, which is a great location. We're open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 6. In the summer, we'll stay open a little bit later on the weekends, so we'll stay open until 7 or 7:30. And our social media and all of our email and everything like that is all Sunny's on the Corner. So Instagram is just at Sunny's on the Corner. We do a lot with social media, so Facebook and Instagram, you'll get the same content. So whatever one you're more active on, you'll see the same type of posts. Every Wednesday we do What's New Wednesday, which just shows everything that's new that week.
Fun.
So that's something that, is, if you're going to tune in one day a week, make it Wednesday. 'Cause we got a lot out there.
Speaking of, though, subscribe, tune in, because you said that you're transitioning a lot of the styles right here from a winter or a colder
Yeah.
to a warmer season. So you're probably going to be a lot more active for the Wednesdays and see a lot more of that turnover.
Exactly. Yep. We try to have between 12 and 15 new items every week at least. So a ton of spring from here on out. It's all spring and summer styles moving forward. So we're kind of transitioning out that winter stuff. I just put all the baby winter stuff 50% off. We've got women's
Nice.
sweater dresses 40% off. So if you want to come get those deals on winter items or see some new spring and summer, it's all coming in.
I'm probably not your demographic, but when I walk by certain stores, I think, oh, they got the same thing. But if you are incorporating 12 new styles, did you say every single week?
Every week, yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. And I
Yes.
think that's a great takeaway for every single person, watching is, don't think that you walk by Sunny's on the Corner one week and it's going to be the exact same thing the next week. Come on in, see those things, or tune into the Wednesdays.
What's New Wednesdays.
What's New
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
no, I appreciate you calling that out because that is absolutely by design. It's harder for me to do that, to put out so many new things, but that's what I want to do. I want to make it so that if you haven't been in 2 weeks, you feel like you can come back in and see something new.
Something new.
And you could see,
a whole new
between
store.
20 and 30 items, after 2 weeks. So that is definitely something we do. The other hand of that is we buy smaller quantities, which is great if you're coming in super often, but it's also kind of like blink and you'll miss it. So
There
if
you
you
go.
like something, everything's online as well. Our website, sunnysonthecorner.com. You can order online, you can pick up in store, or get it shipped to you.
Oh, that's
So
good to know.
if you see something on the What's New Wednesday, we're usually buying about 8 of each item. 2 small, 2 medium, 2 large, 2 extra large. So it kind of comes and goes quickly, but it allows us to have a lot of new items in, and you just have to kind of jump on those ones that you really do like. So
Yeah.
it's
No,
fast-paced.
no excuses. Check them out online. Check them on social media. See what the updates are week to week. Come see Sydney. And thanks for having us. We really
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much. I really
Yes.
appreciate the opportunity.
It was great to meet you, and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful shop.
Well, and you've only been open since July.
Yeah.
I look forward, again, no different than what we were just talking about from another business, using this as a metric to see where you are in 2024, 2025. So
Absolutely.
looking forward to see that transformation, or to see the evolution of Sunny's on the Corner. So again, thanks for having us. Chris Lotz
This is Pat Lotz.
with the Pat Lotz Real Estate Group. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of a community spotlight video. We'll see you in the next one.